Starting?
Yep.
Dang, I gotta clock in.
Recording.
Are we recording? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I started.
This is kind of ghetto.
Wait,
Hey,
who started?
guys.
I did. Yeah, y'all was taking too long.
Okay.
So hey guys, welcome back to the Unqualified Podcast. This is Kamal in the mic
Who does he think he
doing
is?
the intro because they was taking too long. So let's get into it.
Not Kamal
So,
taking over.
on the camera, we got our two hosts on this side, Dayana and Shia. Look at them. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something. And on this side, trying to clock in and make that money, we got Hadassah.
Hello. Hey,
Yeah.
guys.
See, y'all keep saying we don't get paid for this podcast, but
We do.
we do.
We literally don't.
Well, we get paid to be in the building that we're
Honestly.
supposed to be working in while
So,
we do this in
technically,
reality.
we get paid for this podcast.
In that
case,
Let me clock in too, yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay,
Okay, guys, sorry.
No, but
So,
today,
yeah.
today is we've been doing a series of like each of us gets our own like episode where we specifically choose a topic.
Just a nerd out.
I couldn't think of anything, but then I was like, what can I actually talk about? And I was like, I could talk about One Direction for 15 million hours.
Mm-hmm.
So today's topic is 2010s boy bands. And the reason why it's 2010s, for one, we were born in the early 2000s. So we know about the 90s boy bands. We know about the earlier ones that, you know, started boy band fandoms. But the ones that we could talk about the most are from the 2010s.
Yeah.
So
love,
we're excited. We're going to talk about a little bit of One Direction, a little BTR, a little
We're screaming.
K-pop, a little bit of everything.
We're talking about it.
So,
Whoa.
if you don't like boy bands, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, that's
Honestly,
crazy.
That's
Actually,
crazy to say
I feel
out
sorry
loud.
for you.
Like, I feel like every generation has their boy band that, like, kind of defines
Yeah.
the music landscape of that time. Like, you know, we had our parents and they liked whatever, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC,
I have a question.
New Edition, yes.
Why are
Yeah.
girl bands not called girl bands?
They are called girl bands.
Aren't
They're
they
girl
called
groups.
Girl
Girl
groups.
groups.
It's just the alliteration.
Girl bands don't
Yeah.
sound good.
I think it's
Yeah, girl band
alliteration.
don't
It's just
sound
the
good.
alliteration.
It's like boy bands, BB. You know, boy
Yeah.
bands.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
was
But-
wondering if it was like semantics.
I also love girl groups, but that would have to be a different
Yeah.
episode.
That's a whole
If
nother
you want an episode about girl groups, let us know.
Put it down
But
in
like
the
something
chat.
about being like a preteen girl
with
and
boy
having
bands.
a boy band to like
Oh.
be in love with is
It's
the best
damaging.
experience
It's damaging.
ever.
Not
It
damaging.
is.
Be honest.
It's an interesting time.
It
But
makes
we're
you a
gonna
little
get
bit
into it
delulu,
because
unfortunately.
oh no, for sure. You see how I turned out.
Yeah, look at me.
I was never delusional about boy
I
bands.
was
always just
the
like,
Lulu.
I like the music.
Bad.
And
See,
we're
I feel like there's different levels. There's the they're okay, or the like I'm not like other girls and I don't like boy
I
bands.
know
Like,
they're
okay,
they're weird. They're
Excuse
too
you.
pretty.
We're
and
not.
they're pretty
like-
boys. I like drums.
Okay, like, good
Girl.
for you.
They need
This
to
is
play
not for
instruments.
you, okay? And then we have the normal fan that's like, yeah, I like their music. Yeah, I'd go to their concert maybe. Like it's cool, it's fun.
Mhm.
I don't skip their songs.
And then
And then
there's me and Hadassah.
There was us. There
Ooh.
was
Road writing,
posters
fan
on
fiction,
every
posters.
corner
Every
of the wall. Fan fiction.
albums.
I would not have a conversation that does not include them in
merchandise.
Merchandise. The update accounts that I followed. I knew what
No.
shirts they had
I
in
had
their
an
closet.
Instagram
Ooh,
dedicated to nothing but just their
Fan
updated
page.
accounts. Notifications all turned on.
All of the
Anything that
notifications.
they did,
I
not
knew
only
about
did
it.
I know, that's mine.
Sorry.
Not only did I know, but like I stayed up to date.
Yeah.
They couldn't do anything and me not know.
And me not know about it. Yeah. And so
He took a step outside the hotel.
Yes.
Oh my god.
it was almost stalker level.
Yeah.
But it was a healthy normal of obsession.
Healthy
And
is a interesting word.
we're
to
gonna
use
get
for
into
that.
it. So I feel like we start in order by like when they came out.
chronologically.
So
Mhm.
I'm thinking we start with the good old Jonas Brothers.
Oh, that's true. I forgot.
Who is
They're kinda
everyone's
old.
favorite Jonas?
Nick Jonas.
I bounced between Nick and Joe. Like they both had their moments for me.
I
but
went
was
on a
just dead in
journey
love.
as a child. I
A
started
Jonas journey.
a Jonas journey, if you will. I started as a Joe stan. Up until I remember third grade, and I'm not going to tell you
Third
why
grade.
I stopped being a
Yikes.
Joe stan, because people are going to be like, Shy, you're an awful person. But
Say
just
it.
know it was a big moment in my life. And then I switched to being a Nick stan, and then up until like recently, I switched back to Joe.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're iconic.
They
Sure,
were.
they really are, yeah.
And they are. The fact that they like bounced back too.
Right, the comeback was
crazy.
successful is kind of crazy.
Because at first I was like so excited, obviously because like growing up with Jonas Brothers.
That's
But then I was
true.
also like,
Like, what they gonna do?
But Sucker,
But
banger.
Sucker was a good song.
that whole album.
Have
And
a
have you seen their documentary?
Yeah, I watched it
oh
last
my gosh,
night.
I cried watching it. It was
So
just like
iconic.
so interesting to see the behind the scenes
Their
part because
journey.
obviously like we kind of grew up with them. I mean, they were a lot older than us, but
Yeah.
we grew up with them in a sense, and like we didn't get to see all the stuff that was going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it's so funny in the documentary, they're like, the biggest regret of our career is, sticking with Disney Channel for such a long time and doing the Jonas TV show. But I'm like, I ate that show.
I ate it.
That show was
Y'all
so
don't
good.
I
say
did not
that.
like
Don't
that show.
do that. Don't do
I
that.
did not
Don't,
like that show.
I
Don't
love
say that was
show.
a regret because I love
The
that
theme
show.
song?
Gotta live to party, bust your move. Everybody's in the groove. Hey,
I feel like the thing for them though
gosh.
was that like they were aging out of it.
Yeah.
They
And
were
they
pretty
wanted
more
old
for
when
their
they
career,
left
and
Disney
they
Channel.
just
Yeah.
weren't able to do that at the point.
Exactly. And also what's kind of crazy is that all of them, except for Kevin, he was being a dad, all of them had successful solo careers
Yeah.
during that time because, Nick Jonas had The Jealous,
Yeah.
the
Well,
what's that other song?
see, but that was like a little later on though, because if in
There
the
was a
documentary
gap.
they talked about how like Nick was kind of the first one to leave and start doing his own
Yeah.
thing, and then Joe kind of tried out different things and
It
it did
did
not
do
work for him
well.
at all until he ended up in DNC,
DNC, yeah.
which
That song is so good.
um,
By the ocean.
and
But
Toothbrush.
no,
Toothbrush is
yeah.
good, yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
though there was that gap of time, but I feel like in all the multiverses, this is probably the one that paid off the best. Like
Yeah.
even though there was that gap of time, and even though they were with Disney Channel for such a long time, it paid off because the comeback did so good.
Yeah.
Like they had a fan base of people that were just like, I remember them. Those the year 3000 and Burning Up Boys. Like of course I'm gonna
yeah.
support them. Like
I
it
think
just
we needed
worked.
that time. And also,
Yeah.
like, in the documentary, they kind of talked about how not only did they break up as a band, but, like, as brothers they
yeah.
kind of
That's
went
the
through it.
difficult thing about that is like when you start a business venture with family
Yeah,
and
it
like
gets
it goes
nasty.
off, it gets messy. Like
Yeah.
you're like, okay, so we're done as a band. Are we also done as family?
Like,
Like,
it can't be, but, like,
Right.
they talked about how they had, like, that tension and that
Yeah.
rift, which, like, sucks. I'm
Yeah.
glad they were able to, like, come
Sure.
back
Right.
together.
What's y'all's favorite Jonas Brothers song?
Oh, I
Ever?
don't know.
Love Bug is a classic.
Love Bug is so good.
But,
Oh my goodness,
let me look at my
SOS. That
Oh,
was
SOS.
my
This is an
This
SOS.
is an SOS.
Oh,
No one to
oh.
second guess.
This
I
is a
like a lot of their early
No,
music where it's
honestly,
like that
the
early
early
2000s
music-
kind of punk kind of sound was
that
like
early
dope.
music was
Um,
stupid.
Although, like, not to be basic bitch, but Burning Up is so.
It's so good.
Ah,
You
you come around like you know.
Also, play my music from the first
I
Camp
just
Rock.
wanna
It's so good.
Yeah, if you guys haven't listened to our DCOM
Yes.
episode,
It's a
I'm
wild
a Camp Rock fan. I don't care what anyone
That
says.
soundtrack eats.
You know that
down.
soundtrack will
Those
eat
songs
up.
are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, play my
Um,
music is a church song.
Piece of-
It's so good.
Hand clapping, hip shaking, heart breaking.
They just so
It's so
good. I
good.
wonder how their parents feel about them.
They
Being
just-
They
a
probably
band.
feel great.
I
They're
know,
rich.
like imagine like your children just being so like musically inclined like that is kind of crazy.
I know,
all
think
three of them, too.
Right, and another thing
the,
to mention
the other
is
brother's
that they-
talented too, Frankie.
Yeah, Frank.
Like to be able to play instruments too. Like they were a band.
They were not just a boy band. They were
that's
a
what
band.
they were a band. That's what we have to make
Yeah.
that distinction before we move on to the next group. If I know what's coming up next,
Yeah.
they played the instruments,
They
and
played the instruments.
everybody
Everyone
could
contributed.
do
They
Yeah.
wrote
something.
their
Everybody
songs
could do
too.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Some of these groups we finna mention,
now, and I.
and that's fair. And
Yeah.
that's fair. I'm just saying you
There's
gotta
place
get them
for
their
all of
props.
it.
Exactly.
Another big difference, which we'll kind of go into with our next one, I think that we're talking about, is that like even though they were a part of Disney, they started like before
Before
they
Disney.
did.
before they got
Yeah.
to Disney
They
because
did.
they were like touring and
Year
doing, like,
3000 came out a while
See,
before.
but
Camp
Year
Rock.
3000 also was a cover. It's originally
But
by
it is, but
Oasis?
I didn't
yeah,
know that.
but they ate that up.
Yeah.
They did it
But they
better
did.
than that person.
But like they were touring, they were like
Took a
doing,
trip to
they
the
had
year
shows and
3000.
stuff before they ever got with Disney.
Yeah.
So like they
Or an
were
established band.
musicians and
Which,
you know.
again, in the documentary, they talk about a little bit of their frustration. Like, people thought they were, like, this band created by Disney. And it's like, no, we've been
No,
working on
they
this for
were-
years
Yeah.
and years, and we just
Right.
happened to be in some
And I think
Disney
that kind
project.
of shows why their comeback has been like so successful is that like they can change with the
they
time.
They can do it without.
They're so talented musically that they, they can do it.
It proves itself. Exactly. Yeah.
So on to the next. Speaking of,
just to put my input in.
Oh yes, please.
Yes.
I was back here enjoying this cookie that I'm eating right now.
Come on, you're so unserious.
Had to mute the mic.
Be for real.
I like the burning song.
Burn it up, yeah.
The burning song is crazy.
Red dress.
That's all I wanted to add.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Right. But
yeah.
We love.
Moral of the story: we love Jonas Brothers.
We love Jonas Brothers. I love a Nick Jonas ad lib. It's great.
Not quite the moral of my story, but I just like that one song.
Quiet. Okay.
Anyway,
you'll be able to talk about the next one.
Moving on to the next. If I'm not mistaken, well.
Hey, my girl, she loves me. She hit me all the time. Yeah, my girl, she loves me.
Mindless
behavior.
God.
What a crazy name for a band. It means nothing.
No, it means nothing. But I also feel like this is one of the groups where, with time, it didn't age like how we thought.
No,
it
they were
There's
like
too much coming out about them now.
It was very
that's
much like
weird.
a quick.
They peaked for like 6 months. Honestly.
Yeah, it was so short.
I think it was that one album that peaked.
Yeah,
that had like
that's
My Girl and what was the girls
what was
talking about?
And Mrs. Right.
And Mrs. Right.
I literally only know
what was it?
Around the World.
International.
Yeah, or something like that.
That's why a lot of people, when you talk about mindless behavior, like it's a niche boy band because they only had that quick little burst of popularity.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I only know Around the World. That was the only song.
Oh yeah, you don't know Where is Mrs. Right? I gotta see her.
Wait, I forgot about
that.
That's Around the World.
Across the world just
you talk about the album.
Okay, whatever that song is called. That's
Mrs.
Right.
Mrs. Right.
Mrs. Right. Okay, my bad. That's the only one I know.
They started off
girl?
with that stupid auto-tune part. Where is Mrs. Right?
That's the only one I know.
Really?
But whenever it came on the radio, best believe.
That song is a banger. Like
it's so good.
Now, Mindless Behavior is a band where like really only one of them is talented.
And we gotta unpack that real quick because the amount of hate that boy was going through around that time, like people were calling him ugly to his face, because the other boys,
kids too.
I know the other boys were literally there to just be pretty boys. Like we gotta admit it, like they was there to dance, do that little quick do and look pretty. That was it. Be pretty. I feel like it's crazy, and the management is really messed up for letting it happening like this. Like they should have protected that boy more.
Yeah,
like that's crazy.
I think that's the tough thing with like boy bands, especially like the popular ones. Is for one, they're always like very young.
Yeah, way
so
too young.
It's already tough, and you have all of these like crazy girls. Going after them, and then the management, who's just like sucking them out for money, does not care what's going on at all.
Just get on the stage.
Yeah,
just get on the stage,
boy. Like I
don't know. Like with age and with all this stuff coming out about mindless behavior, like the music still bops, but it's getting like I don't know. I don't like to admit that I was listening to mindless behavior because I'm like people was really crazy about mindless behavior, and I feel like that's kind of weird. Like I don't know, like. Everybody else we're gonna talk about was kind of older in age.
Yeah.
Mindless behavior was
they
like
were
12.
our age, yeah.
Like they were like boys.
I feel like that is even weirder.
Yeah.
Like
that people were like crushing on these kids.
Yeah.
And like I definitely knew some people like mindless behavior was big like when I was in middle school, so we were the same age, but it still feels like going back and listening to them now as a grown adult is strange.
They sound so young.
They sound like kids. I'm like, well, Prodigy sounds like a kid. I don't know what the other ones was doing, but like, I don't know.
It's a real Black Eyed Peas situation where everyone else's mic is off and it's just Prodigy.
Yeah.
Turn the other mics off, please.
It's kind of sad because I feel like they had the potential.
They did.
Yeah.
And it just...
And they were one of the few like Black boy bands of that era.
I think that's literally
all like the other bands we're gonna talk about are white.
I'm really trying to remember some more, but I don't think
we'll give an honorable mention pretty much.
Well,
I don't.
Weren't they in a TV show?
Were they? They were on. I remember they did a.
Mindless Behavior?
They like cameoed in like a TV show. Or something.
Oh yeah,
Oh, they probably did,
of course
yeah.
they did. Back then you had to cameo on a TV.
I remember
All
they
the boy
did.
bands did.
All the boy bands had a cameo.
Y'all remember the show So Random?
Yeah, they performed on that
they did a
show.
live performance of My Girl on So Random. I just remember being like, they eating this dance up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Well, that was
See,
New Boys.
it's so
but they
weird
were in a
because
boy
like
band.
they got popular like enough to be on Disney Channel and everything, but like
And then died off immediately.
That one
and
album.
also like there's I'd
And
say
they
like
had,
my
like-
friends that were not black like don't know who
They
are.
don't know mindless
No.
behavior. It's a black people
That's
thing.
a
Yeah.
black people
So,
thing. Truly, it's
If
very
you're not
niche.
black, comment down below if you know who mindless behavior is.
Take a poll. We're doing a poll.
Yes or no? Yeah. So mindless behavior.
Oh my gosh.
You were great while you lasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, truly.
It could have gone greater, I guess, but there was just so many issues with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
There's a problem with using kids in entertainment.
For
like that.
entertainment,
It's
yes.
rough.
Very.
It always
also
dies
weird
off
to have
pretty fast.
a bunch of kids singing about girls too.
Yeah, exactly. The type
Like, what
of
do you mean
music
you're
they
looking
were
for
putting
Mrs.
out.
Right? Go look for your algebra test. Like,
Your girl, your
please.
girl.
Now,
Now, I
but
will
what makes
say,
it funny is their music video was in a classroom too.
no, I will
Mhm.
say, my girl is very middle school. Like the way that the song is, like, what does he say? 130 characters is more than enough. Like that is so middle
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
That is so
I guess
middle
it's
school.
still, it's just a little.
It's
It
still
is weird.
strange.
It's still
Because they did
very
not write
weird.
these songs.
They did it. You know they did
A
it.
grown
so.
ass man wrote them, and then I'm like,
Ugh, okay, y'all. Okay, so
Okay. Moving on to the next. If I'm not mistaken, it's Big Time Rush.
Did Big Time Rush come out before One Direction?
No, the show came out in like 2010.
Which
and
is
they
literally
were
like
not
the
a band
same
before this.
I feel like
as
I have to find the
they
theme
were
song now because I feel like you can't say the words "Big Time Rush."
We'll sing it because we don't want to copyright.
Make it count, play it
If you don't play a
straight,
lot
don't
of it, it
look
won't
back,
be
don't
copyrighted.
hesitate.
Big time.
Now, Big Time Rush is interesting because they were
were
a band
made
created
for
for
a
the
show.
show.
Whoever was in that casting booth did their job. Like they was like the harmonies sound good, everything sounds good. They made
Yeah.
a band out of boys
Which is
auditioning
like
for a
we're going
show.
opposite of Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
Literally.
Here.
And it paid off for Big Time Rush too,
It
I think. Like
did.
I
It
love
did.
me some
I
Big
mean,
Time Rush, I'm not gonna lie.
They've also kind of had a comeback.
They
Although
have.
It's not as big
It's
as
not
the
as
Jonas
big,
Brothers, but
And
they
that's
have
fair.
been
I mean, but
touring
they've
a lot.
They've kind of sold out their tour.
Yeah.
Pretty
Like,
much. So like,
it's
Tickets are
fair.
like $30.
but still.
But yeah,
Okay.
it's still
For a band that was
And we
created
going
for a
up,
TV show,
Yeah.
to have this kind of like lasting.
in the songs,
My
were giving.
unpopular opinion about Big Time Rush is like their songs, the songs that they were making were like leagues above the other boy bands that came out around this time. Like I went back and I listened to their songs and I was in there and I was like, nah, I love me, everybody else on this, but like music wise, harmony wise, like they was on them songs singing.
You're being a little generous.
Listen,
Just
no,
like I
no,
love Big Time
no.
Rush, but I can admit that like the songs did sound a bit
Like a TV show.
Yeah,
song.
it
No.
was giving Nickelodeon.
No,
yeah. It was giving
no.
created for TV.
No.
And it wasn't bad.
We're halfway there.
You stupid.
But
I like how you just busted.
kind of the like difficult thing for me though is that like to be a fan of Big Time Rush, like because they were actors in the show
That's true.
and like maybe their personalities were slightly similar to who they were in real life,
Mm-hmm.
but
You
also
really
like
know them?
not. So
Yeah.
like what were you?
You
Were
couldn't
you a
be
fan? Were you a fan of their characters or were you a fan
of their
of
band?
the band?
Yeah.
That's true.
And it was weird too because they used like the same names in the show as,
As their real
actual
names.
I wonder what
Who's
the
your favorite?
plan was for Big Time Rush then.
Oh,
Because
no.
like them using their names, like
I think it was supposed to be like you remember the Naked Brothers band?
yeah,
I think it was supposed to be something like that.
yeah, like
See,
where
but they
like,
were already
A band.
A band.
no,
yeah,
Naked
they
Brother
were.
Band?
No, that was just
it was
for
just
the
the
show.
two brothers. The
Yeah,
two
but
brothers
weren't they
were
already,
together.
like-
No,
They were,
I don't
they
think
were making
so.
music before that?
No,
I
It was
thought they
just a
were.
show.
it was just a show, and that's what I'm saying. Like
It was
when
it was a fake reality show. to
Yeah,
make you think
exactly.
They made music.
yeah, so I was
Okay,
sitting
so
there
like
and I
kind
was
of
like,
like Nickelodeon loves doing that.
they do. So I was like, what was the plan for Big Time Rush? Because like, was it like to keep the show? But they used their real name, so was it supposed to be
I
like,
think they
the
went in
show
a Jonas Brothers
and then, like, do
situation.
like
I
this?
think they were
Yeah.
trying to make their own versions of like the Jonas
And
Brothers.
also just like Disney, I feel like did that a lot with like even with Hannah Montana, like Miley,
yeah.
you know. So it
And
was
in
like
the Jonas TV show, they used their real names.
Yeah.
As,
so it's
yeah.
like kind of real but kind of not.
I
you
think
know,
it's
like
for the sake of the kids Because I think it's fair. Like, I want to be able to feel like I know these people. So if we use their real names, it gives that sense of like, it blurs the lines of what's fake and what's real. And that makes it easier to consume as like a child.
It's also hard to be like a fan, I feel like. Yeah. Anyway, because, but yeah, who are y'all's favorites? And what's your favorite song?
To the day I die. That's
Logan
that's
Girl.
My boy.
I was a Logan girl.
I was a Logan girl as well.
Love me some Kendall.
Any Kind of Guy is my favorite song. Not a doubt.
Any Kind of Guy, yes.
Let me look at their Big Time Rush Essentials.
Girl, that's the guy I'll be. Turn myself up.
Yeah, someone black was in the studio for that one.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like they had a lot of black people in the studio cooking up their songs. Because I went back and I listened. I was like, this beat. Somebody black made this. Like, it had to have been a really good white appropriator was in that studio.
Like the flip around at the end of Any Kind of bring it back. Any kind.
James was on that song. Hit them high notes bad. He was singing for his life. Oh yeah, it's also really good for me.
I was someone that like I liked Big Time Rush, but I didn't listen to them as much as a band. It was more of like I watched the show.
I was the same way.
I liked the music, but I didn't like go crazy. But so I went crazy. I don't know a lot of the songs that were on the album that weren't singles.
I went crazy.
I love Boyfriend though.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say everyone.
Also, I just realized I forgot that there was like a featuring Snoop Dogg version.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg version is so funny.
What?
Snoop Dogg was gonna collab.
Snoop Dogg will do anything.
He will collab.
Snoop Dogg is on side missions.
Honestly, why not be? Why not be at that point?
It was good. I think that Nickelodeon definitely achieved what they.
For sure.
I definitely remember in 5th grade having big debates with people over Big Time Rush versus One Direction, like fighting for our lives basically over who we liked more.
I was the only one in my whole school who liked both, so. You know, I was battling for my life in a different way.
Switzerland. I'm like, I'm neutral. I like both of them.
I liked both. I think, it was hard for me, though, because I felt like...
You had to defend your boys.
Well, no, we'll get to that.
Big Time Rush and One Direction were on the same plane.
It's hard to
compare them.
I don't know why we were comparing them.
They were created...
Two boys?
I mean, technically, they were both created from a TV show, but one was, like, real life, and then one was, like, fiction.
Yeah, it doesn't feel the same.
It's kind of
even, like, music-wise, it doesn't feel the same either.
No.
So that's why I'm like, I never understood the Big Time Rush versus One Direction.
I don't know. Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel the same. But you remember in the show, Big Time Rush had an episode about a British boy band coming and stealing the spotlight from Big Time Rush.
We know y'all talking about One Direction.
It was a whole thing.
Oh my gosh, that TV show was funny. Honestly,
it was good.
Some of them jokes still hold up, which is so crazy to me.
I rewatched it like not recently, but like maybe a couple years ago, and I was invested. I was like sitting back. Like,
I want to rewatch it.
It's kind of good. That first episode snapped. Like that first episode, only wanted Kendall.
Honestly, kind of one of my favorite pilots. Like it's a very good pilot.
That theme song. I know that theme song from the. First second it plays.
Don't look back.
I can see them on that little screen.
On the little screen jumping through the comic book.
Oh, whoa,
hey, listen to your heart now. Hey, don't you feel the rush? And then they being Big Time Rush. Some of that kind of eats. Whoever made that name.
Because it was like a hockey thing. They were like, we're going to crash out. Or we gonna Big Time Rush? Like, okay.
So good.
I love it. I love it. It worked.
It worked.
It was good. It was like,
nice
I'll always remember.
Yeah, we're gonna go see them in July.
We are. We'll be there.
Actually?
Yeah, I gotta see.
They're $30 tickets. Why not?
We'll see you soon, BTR.
We'll see you.
Logan.
Kendall.
I was also a Kendall girl for a little bit too, though.
The fact that came out of nowhere. Gustavo.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kamal.
Now,
in case y'all forgot.
We love Gustavo.
Because BTR came out in 2011, which, that album came out in 2011.
I see.
Who else also came out around 2011?
Oh my gosh.
She gonna get into it.
Terrifying thing in my life.
Now, okay. So, One Direction.
Give us a history lesson.
Okay.
That is that name.
Picture me, 2011. I'm at my friend's house. We're swimming. We're having a good time. The radio is on.
Wait. Can we go back? Can you go back to the picture? Blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Picture this. It's 2011. It's summertime. I'm at my friend's house. We're swimming. We're having a good time. We're playing mermaids. And then the radio's on, and you hear doom, 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 doom. And I'm like, what is
this
masterpiece, this magical, heavenly cowbell melody.
What makes you beautiful? Dude,
there was crack in that song.
It had to have been the way that was so played on the radio. Like, oh no.
The thing was that like our generation was itching for like a boy band. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like we had the TV boy bands, we had the short-lived boy bands, but we didn't have like a boy band, okay? And Mr. Simon Cowell, problematic a little bit, but anyways,
yeah,
he knew what he was doing, okay? He knew what he's doing in X Factor. Okay?
Apparently it was Kelly.
Oh, Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Rowland.
Kelly Rowland.
She was on X Factor.
There was like a hidden clip that they didn't air that showed her like putting their pictures together, being like, "These boys need to sing together."
Like not you stealing credit from a black.
Yeah. Anyway, so all their little audition clips, all of them together.
Oh, for the throw
and like half of them thought they was going home, and then they got together.
You know how many edits have replayed that moment on X Factor?
Literally, when they were like, "Oh, like I thought I was going home." No. They weren't. Now, the thing about One Direction, I don't know what it was.
Crack.
Like,
now, I will say, I feel like it was the fans, if that makes sense. Like, the way the fans portrayed One Direction also is one of the reasons why they became so popular. Because the fans definitely gave them, like, that boyfriend feel. I truly feel like they did. It really did
start off, like, if you watch the, like, video diaries from when they were
on X Factor and stuff,
like, it felt like just boys that you knew.
Yeah, boys next door and stuff like that.
They were just silly and, like, doing just like
that's what their music videos gave too.
Yes,
though.
Yeah,
it was
very
like
boy
so
next
fun,
door.
so silly. It was like these
the
are
one
just
you
some
had a
guys
crush on.
Yeah, I know. I have a crush on. And so like starting out like that, you felt like you had like a friendship, like a relationship with them.
And that right there is the problem. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It got too much.
Up All Night came out and it exploded. It just went crazy.
Honestly, to the One Direction boys, I'm so sorry that y'all life panned out that way. Because, like, I feel like the fans started doing a little bit too much.
No, for sure. It was absolutely crazy. Like,
people hiding in the vents.
16, 17, like 18-year-old
tracking
boys.
down in hotel rooms, bullying their girlfriends. Like, it got to be just a
oh, my gosh. I could have a whole episode about the One Direction girlfriends because the amount of like death threats and like
we gotta unpack that for
ridiculous.
Real, y'all needed to go to therapy. No, honestly, it's very weird.
Thing. I'm a Directioner. Okay, I get it. I was so mad when they were
really,
but I wasn't sending death threats because that's ridiculous.
I just feel like get a hobby. I feel like maybe like
It
go outside.
was the hobby. That was their life.
Like, when I tell you,
their
like
life.
that was my life. Like
People
One Direction was my life.
One Direction, everything, T-shirts,
I
pants,
did. I had everything.
The white,
I had
the
all
red.
of them.
That's what I'm saying. Like
One Direction birthday cake.
That's what I'm saying.
Fine. Like, using your time, your free time as a free American citizen, you can do whatever you want on the internet. And you're choosing to stop a person
I'm not saying it was good. It was
no, that's what I'm saying.
And send their girlfriends death threats.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's why
you need help. That's what I'm saying.
Point, like, it kind of goes back to like the Beatlemania, you know, like that kind of like it got to a point to where this like obsession became like
dangerous.
A little dangerous.
It's a problem. It was a big problem. But like, you gotta admit it.
It was a problem. But like on the healthier side of things,
like,
it was so fun because it felt like I literally felt less alone. Like I made friends because of One Direction. Like I was like, oh, we both like One Direction. Cool, we're besties
That's
now.
all we need.
Like
that's all we need. I might hate you.
It was literally like a community.
It was.
I remember staying up for all the premieres of the music videos and like everyone's like sending messages, you know, like the fan accounts and everything. Like
don't know what for.
It was
British heads when you walk through the door.
I don't even I could literally cry thinking about it because it was just like such a special time in my life.
It was. I'll give them that. I'm what One Direction did for.
Yeah.
I don't know actually. I was about to say something. I think it also started that wave that crazy wave of fandoms again, because like I don't think up until that point there had been a group where people just like went crazy over boy bands. Because now like that's
the Beatles.
No, I mean like that's what I'm saying, between
in
the Beatles
era.
then to One Direction. Yeah, like it was like that big gap of time where like people weren't doing all of that. Like
I mean, yeah, whenever you have any artist or group or celebrity or whatever who is like has mass fan appeal, like has hundreds, thousands, millions of fans around the world, you're gonna attract some crazy people.
Get crazy.
That's just what's gonna happen.
Cool.
That's like any mega star.
And like, I don't know, I just feel like for boy bands still, like that is what started that era again. And then from that, like it's become a little bit normalized to be crazy over these boys and boy bands now. And I feel like that was 100% because of One Direction and the whole Wattpad, Tumblr, they're your boyfriend, Imagine.
And that's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. When I say the fandom made One Direction, like they gave them that like boy next door, this is your crush, here's all these fan fictions. Like
the fact that there have been movies made based off of fan fictions about this band.
Like that's what I'm saying.
Like
we gotta unpack
these are people's careers like that have been made.
That's what I'm saying. The fandom gave One Direction what it gave. Like that, like looking back on it, I can still see them in that fucking white background.
Oh, the lyric videos.
The lyric
I love when they come up and they be like,
"You got that one
I see it
thing."
in your eyes, you're disappointed.
Like, I don't know. Like, and not saying that the music was bad or nothing. I love One Direction music. I just think something about the fandom, the way they treated the boys.
I don't know, because like
for
me, like looking, like I wasn't a part of the fandom that intensely. I've never been a part of any fandom that intensely. Like,
she's not like other girls.
She's not like other girls.
Like outside is so nice.
This is the thing though. Like
that's what.
And I'm not even saying like I feel like you're
on
the healthier side of things because like
it can be a lot worse.
Because like being super like loving a band and like having a great like connection with the community and stuff like that, like that's great. I find that like online community. Being weird is a different.
I know what hotel you're at.
That's you're committing crimes. Actually,
your girlfriend.
You're committing crimes.
That is a crime.
I just feel like for me, like looking.
They used to hack the Wi-Fi
from the outside in. I was just like, why? I don't.
I guess when you're like when you're in it, it's like you're almost like brainwashed.
No,
like
that's the word.
You're in it, and you're like,
that's the word.
This is my life. Like every time I would like listen to One Direction, or I'd like log onto the fan accounts or whatever, like everything else disappeared, and it was like the best time. And you get so into it that you're like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I really think.
Yeah, I understand that feeling because I think I got that a lot from like TV shows and stuff like that. Like that was my thing that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna know everything about these people. But I think One Direction, like, their music was good. Like, they made really good music. And I'm like...
My favorite album is Take Me Home.
What songs are on that?
Live While We're Young.
Oh, yeah. And live
Kiss
while
You.
we're young.
Let me kiss you.
Down.
I just remember that music video looked so bad. The green screen the whole time.
I loved it.
It was cute.
I remember literally waiting for that premiere, like counting down. I watched it count down.
I mean, I don't know. I feel kind of sorry to them, just a little bit.
The thing was that
I get that, but
especially like
the
Zayn,
way that the way that they were treated, their management treated them horribly, and like I don't know, I feel like the fandom also kind of like made this bad blood between them because like the shipping between the boys and everything. Like I don't know, I just feel like it got out of hand way too quick. Like they were thrust into stardom so quickly. Sure. Like they didn't even have like a flop song. Like What Makes You Beautiful was charting everywhere. It was always played. I just feel like they didn't have a nice transition to be like, oh.
Which would make their breakup make sense to me. Yeah. I was like,
March 2015.
Girl.
When Zayn left.
Girl.
I remember I found out.
Girl.
Picture this.
Girl.
Picture this. It's March 2015. I'm in the 8th grade.
Hadassah.
I walk past my lockers and somebody comes up to me and says,
Hadassah.
Did you know that Zayn left? And I said, left where?
Hadassah, this is crazy. Why do you know what you were doing?
One Direction. And I said, huh? And I stumbled back into my locker. Tears rolling down my cheeks.
Fan fiction.
And I said, no. No, I have to find it. Twitter.
No, I remember seeing that too. That was a day.
That was
like,
a day
deserved.
on Twitter.
Deserved. I feel like, I don't know. Like, I truly feel sorry for the way those boys were treated.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't leave beforehand.
Yeah.
Like, people
Zayn,
tracking your
especially
Wi-Fi.
being the only person of color in that group too is like, I'm like, yeah, he needed to get out of there.
Which
for
I feel
his
like
own
I
sake.
didn't even like realize like at the time.
I didn't either.
I was
Wait,
just
there was a black guy in the group?
No, person of color, bestie.
My fault.
Ooh, come on. Come on.
I jumped too fast.
come on. The members of One Direction are
a black person.
Harry
I got
Styles,
happy for a second. I was like, we made it.
Payne, Niall Horan, Zayn Malik, and Louis Tomlinson.
Like,
That meant nothing to me. Those are names, not races.
So I truly, like, I don't know. I really, looking back on that era, I feel kind of sorry for, I mean, like, the stuff that was going on, like,
It
tracking their
crazy.
Wi-Fi.
And the girlfriends. I feel bad for
running
the girlfriends.
honestly, like, running after their cars, sneaking into hotels, hiding in their vents. Like, that's just such a crazy, and we haven't even really, like, that's the bare limited stuff that happened to them.
Yeah, and
like, it's just
but
so weird.
there was also some great moments.
There were
There
a lot
was
of
a bunch of great
They
moments.
played at the Olympics.
Did
They
they?
Do you remember
did.
that? Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they
Oh,
performed at the
goodness.
Olympics. I saw them in concert, Where We Are tour,
Slay.
October 1st, 2014.
What the?
I saw them before Zayn left.
Get a One Direction diary.
You really
and
do.
I will remember that forever.
No, I mean, I have a bunch of great memories with One Direction. That's why I'm like, I don't know, that iconic 1D symbol. I can spot
Yeah.
that
1D logo.
Oh,
I'd be in class and like in math, and they'd be like, One Direction. Like they say, the teacher would say like One Direction when she's like talking about like angles or something.
You
And I'd
know
be
what,
like,
Hadassah, stop talking. Hadassah, stop. You're making a really bad
and just in case
yourself.
anyone wanted to know, I started out.
You're a Harry girl. I feel like you're a Harry
I'm a
girl.
Harry girl,
Yeah.
for sure. But I started out as a Liam girl.
You know what, me too.
Honestly,
No,
yeah. I thought
no,
he was the
because
cutest.
at
That's
the
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 Hands down.
first
Like,
album,
that was
like
it.
that first era, Liam was
Yeah.
Liam was
He had
the
his little,
boy.
like curly hair was like
Yeah,
kind of long.
I thought
I
he
was
was the
like,
cutest back
Leo!
then. But then he
Leo.
turned out to be the worst, so.
We don't have to get into that, but
What-
yeah.
What's your
Happy
favorite
moments.
song?
Ever?
I don't know.
Nobody Compares is always my favorite song. It's off of Take Me Home, like the deluxe edition.
I don't know. I feel like The Delusion is what makes me pick my favorite song. So I'm
Nobody
not gonna say
compares
it.
to you.
Also,
I want to write you a song. Oh.
I say back then my favorite song was
Happily.
Happily,
Baby, be with me so happily.
I want.
I have a top
No control.
3. I have a top 3, and they're basic picks because I wasn't deep into it.
Fair.
Best song ever. I've had that song on
I
a
love
loop
that song.
for
I knew all the
forever.
words in the
And
music
dance
video, like all
all
the
night
like
to
the
the
scripts.
best
I had the
song
script
ever.
memorized.
Second, we had a
Stop
Story of My Life.
talking,
Story
Hadassah.
of that the song made me just in my feelings in 6th grade for no reason. I was like, wow, story of my life. And
Wait,
then
Hadassah.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Fair.
As if you
Night
like
Changes?
Yeah,
Night
Night
Changes.
Changes.
That
is
music
great.
video made me so mad though because imagine being a black girl and none of the hands were black.
See?
I mean,
That's a whole nother bag of problem right
wish
there.
I was shocked.
You see
Like,
why there should have been a black person in the band?
No!
they were all
You
like
don't
British.
want a black person to go through what
Oh,
Direction
my
went
bad. There's
through.
no black British
No,
people.
they're not.
I
They're
forgot.
fake.
Also, like, not gonna lie, like because the world is so racist, like I feel like
Yeah.
their success wouldn't have been the same.
If they
Not
were
only
black, yeah.
that, but it would have been that one person would have been very like
Oh, yeah, they- like, I'm
outcasted.
kinda glad
They
there
would-
was no black
no,
people in the
honestly,
group.
honestly, like thank the Lord, thank the
Cause
Lord.
if you like.
Oh, yeah.
If you like.
What was that song?
Perfect.
No, what was the other one? That ballad. They don't know about us.
They
That
don't
best
know
song.
about the things we do.
Oh,
They don't
stop,
know about
please,
the
please
I
stop,
love
please stop.
you,
Come on, cut the
but
mic, cut the
you
mic, cut the
only
mic. Come on, stop.
know. They would just be jealous. Ooh, okay,
cringing.
anyways.
I'm cringing.
Anyways,
Like, I don't know. That song is so delusional.
At the end of the day,
And then History.
end
is
of the
their
day,
last one.
that was a good song. Okay, History. I can play that on the guitar, and I cry.
I'm
every time I play it.
gonna
I'm losing my mind. Keep
Keep
getting this feeling you wanna
Well,
leave
let's ask
this
the
all
question.
behind.
Let's ask the question on everybody. On everybody's mind. Do y'all think One Direction will have a comeback
No.
together?
Absolutely not.
The thing,
Come on.
Wait, cut his mic.
the thing is that there's been a lot of speculation recently about
There
One Direction
has.
come out because there's been like little things like little things.
Retweets, covers.
I keep accidentally saying
You,
Um,
Odessa is obsessed.
so
Are
like
you
like
okay?
Zayn did like he posted a cover, and then like Harry accidentally posted a picture that was supposed to go to his close friends, where he was like wearing a 1D t-shirt. Right. And then like Louis keeps talking about 1D because his like documentary came out. It's like all these little things. Like there is speculation that they're gonna come back together. But my thing is that because of how successful Harry's solo career is, and also Niles is even like rising more and more now too. Like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna be in like.
It's gonna be a while from now. Years. And I don't think it'll be like a Jonas Brothers or like a BTR company. It'll be like a show. They'll be like, we're doing one more show together.
Yeah, like a reunion show.
One last album,
like
one last concert.
Like maybe get together.
Sorry.
Or something. Yeah. But like I feel like
a little live or something.
There's just been so much like tension and like beef over the years that like I don't know. I can't see it.
I don't
fully.
see it.
Now I'd love to.
They got families.
The day that One Direction returns,
they did the thing that like all bands do when they break up. They're like, guys, this isn't forever. We're just taking a break.
I feel like they just said that because management was like, you better put that in there.
But I will say that like One Direction, out of like all these boy bands, like if they have a return, they will have a fan base. Like they will.
One Direction fan base is still going.
It's still
there. That's what I'm saying.
Directioner for life. So,
anyways,
I'm gonna shut up now because I can't.
You're so stupid. Okay, so it's the next one.
I think it's big BTS.
No.
2013.
Well, what are we saying about boy bands? Because if that's the case, I was gonna say.
Should we honorable mention to 5 Seconds of Summer?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. But are they?
We know that they are not a boy band. They are boys in a band.
But then in that case, then it's Jonas Brothers a bit.
I think Jonas Brothers is a boy band.
But the thing about 5 Seconds of Summer, we have to honorable mention them because they were in this like era.
They were at that. I was more of a like, 5 Seconds of Summer girl.
You know, as like the British invasion and then like Australian. Like it was so different to have an Australian band like chart in the
Ashton
top.
had me in a choke.
I don't know a single
topping the charts. Oh. Not charting the top.
Ashton had me bad. No. Ashton had me bad.
I was an Ashton girl too, but then I switched to Luke.
I
don't know any of their names.
If I was the loser,
colored one, I like the colored one. What's his name? There was one person of color.
There was a black person in this one?
No.
Come on, say it one more time. When we come back there, we're going to jump you.
Black.
I'm going to jump you if you keep saying that.
Is half Scottish and Kiwi, I believe, which is like native New Zealand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Maybe not Kiwi. I could be wrong. Please don't shoot me if I'm wrong.
Shoot you is crazy. No, but I was a 5 seconds of something.
Oh no, me too.
Bad. I had that little marks that.
I used to draw it.
No, I was crazy. Hold on. Wait. Let's unpack. I wasn't like stop them, walking through there. I just like.
No,
if there was one band where I like sat and watched their videos, I used to have them 5 seconds of summer funny moments. I was eating it up. That was my boy.
This is the thing. I think there was a big like One Direction to 5 Seconds of Summer like pipeline. Obviously.
Oh yeah, every big One Direction fan I know also loves 5 Seconds of Summer.
Because like 5 Seconds of Summer, I saw them the first time I saw them when they opened up for One Direction, and then I saw them 2 other times after that as well. Actually, pretty recently. The last time I saw them was 2019.
Honestly, though, they've kept it going, and like
they have.
Another thing is like they have their hits
because they are more of a band than a boy band. Like they've all done like kind of solo things as well, but then still make music together. So like, and I think the reason why is because they started as friends, kind of like when they were.
I know their whole like get together story, and that's a problem.
No, yeah.
I know how they got together.
I have that little shirt. It says like established 2011.
I hate it.
Their YouTube videos, the covers.
YouTube videos. I was a 5 Seconds of Summer girl.
I love that for you.
Bad. I love that
because they were just so like fun.
They were. They were very
like
serious
edgy too.
Yes, they were.
They were edgy. Yeah.
They were edgy and fun.
Shut up.
He had the lip ring. They had the colored hair.
Like I never saw them be serious together. Like they were always just joking, pushing each other. Like now
Heartbreak Girl.
That was a real band that felt like boy next door. Like that wasn't like the way they were being portrayed. That's just how they were. They were just the boys, just like you hated seeing coming down the street.
It just felt like you were just along for the ride. Like it was just so fun. I loved it.
I was a 5 Seconds of Summer.
Heartbreak Girl is the best song freaking ever. I could play that on the guitar too.
I only know the hits for 5 Seconds of Summer. I couldn't get into it.
Please listen to early 5 Seconds of Summer.
No, for that first album, I
Heartbreak Girl.
Although if I never hear Youngblood again, it'll be too soon.
Yeah, I will say I started to die out of the fandom a little bit.
My high school was obsessed with that song. Every pep rally, we walk in Youngblood, and I'm like, what? Yeah.
Never mind.
I just
what?
Yeah.
Well, by then I was like late high school, early college. So
I was like, playing at your high school is crazy, but then I thought
like,
about it. I had to think about that for a little bit.
Yeah. But anyways, I love 5 Sauce.
5 Sauce.
5 Sauces.
Move on to the next one. Thank you, Ashton, for.
Was he the lip ring one?
No, that's
he was the drummer. Oh, Ashton, I had a crush on that man. Bad, I really did. Free me, free younger
Luke
me.
Hemmings. He's engaged now.
Like, these people are old.
They're old, yeah.
Sorry, like, that's a bad way to put it, but, like, they having families.
I mean, they're
and
younger
kids.
than One Direction.
Yeah. They're having families, kids. I'm like, ooh.
It does make me
they're
feel
so old.
like we didn't even talk about, for, like, One Direction, like, there's only 2 of them that don't have children.
Honestly, yeah. Like,
and
they're
like,
grown.
Does Liam have a child?
Grown.
Yeah. Liam, Louis, and Zayn.
Grown men.
And it, like, just makes me feel so, like, because, like, we kind of grew up with them. And, like,
grown
just seeing
men,
it now.
families,
like, I remember they were, like,
mortgages.
the age we are now. Like, at the peak of, like, when they were famous.
That makes me feel bad.
And at the time, I was like, oh my gosh, they're so old. Like, not old, but, like, I thought they were, like, so much older than me.
So stupid.
And now that I'm the age that they were, I'm like,
they were
so
only
young.
21. They were only
so
21.
That makes me feel
Right.
real bad.
Yeah. So anyways, also another honorable mention to the Vamps, who are more of a band than a boy band, but I had a little Vamps phase as well. Wild Heart. She's a wild heart.
No.
The party one. The
big
sorry, I
ones.
watched that music video. What is that?
I know I'm gonna live it.
I don't wanna know you. Can we dance? Get the small talk and romance, girl. That's all I have to say. So baby,
can we dance?
Okay. Anyways, honorable mention. Love the Vamps.
True.
It's just like the worst Spotify playlist.
What do you mean?
Just like this has been singing for 45
No
minutes.
one. We have been singing.
Okay.
Well, we have
Don't
to
take this video down, YouTube. We're not good.
No, we have to
It's
like.
great. You know?
He's so stupid. We have to give examples because people aren't gonna know. They're not gonna know just by the
Yes,
names.
yes,
Like,
yes.
Also, this
It
feels
It
so
definitely
like
makes sense once you
girly,
guys
so
start singing.
He's so
fangirl.
stupid.
It's so fun.
It's
I
so
feel like I'm 12 again.
Is Mrs. Right?
I gotta find her.
So
Okay,
at
that's
this point
one.
we're around like 2014, 2015.
Dang, that's almost
So
10 years
I say
ago.
Why would you say that?
I'm so sorry.
Moving
but
on.
it's true.
Moving on.
Ooh, it's been 10 years since 2013. That makes me feel old.
Moving on.
Anyways, so let's move into some of our wonderful K-pop boy bands.
Your group.
Big time. Big time such. Bangtan Sonyeran. Yeah. So my BTS era wasn't until later. It wasn't until high school. I had a friend. She's like, watch this music video. I said, whatever. I watched it. I was like, what is this melody?
He's so stupid.
It was.
You gotta do picture this.
Oh yes, picture this. It's lunchtime. It's lunchtime in the year 2018. I'm sitting with a friend, and she's like, yeah, it was later.
Okay,
She was like, look at this music video. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I hear, love you so bad, love you so bad, love you so bad. Fake Love. Love that music video, by the way. It's very good. And I was like,
They have the best music videos,
they
honestly.
really have really good music videos. And I was like, okay. Now, big time. Why do I keep saying Big
Whoa,
Time?
just say BTS.
BTS.
Oh, BTS, just say BTS. No, you're going to get
BTS.
more confused. She's going to say BTR. She's going to say BTR.
BTS was the band where I was like funny moments, and I was into like
Everybody has their one.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody says.
You know
Everybody
you've watched the
has
Funny
their
Moments video.
Funny moments.
Kamal, have you ever watched the Funny Moments video?
I don't know.
Like Marvel cast Funny Moments?
Oh, God.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, don't lie. Come on. Everybody
I
has
just
their
didn't know
one.
what it was when you said it like that. But yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You like
Ev-
type in what you like and then Funny Moments.
Funny moments.
Into
Everybody
YouTube.
has their
Yeah,
one.
just on like movie sets. And,
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
the
yeah,
people
yeah.
who make the funny moments, y'all
You're
are
doing
doing
God's
God's
work.
Yeah, you
work.
are. Yeah,
Like
you
fan
are.
fishing, y'all are doing the God's work. Cause like them videos had me in a choke. I'd be sitting there giggling like the whole footage.
Yeah, but BTS was interesting
She
because
said the right name that time.
I'm thinking extra hard.
It's like
BTS was interesting because, like, the way boy bands work in Korea, it's like a factory. Like, they're shipping them out. They train, they every day. From the moment you're like 13, dance, sing, act, all of it. Like, you gotta have your shit together. So, like, every member of BTS, and there's like 7 of them, is like a fucking, like, could have their own monstrous career by themselves. So you get them all together, and it's like, wow, it's really creating something special. I'm a Jin girl, to no one's surprise. If you know BTS, you know that I'm a Jin girl.
Really?
Yeah. Really? That's
I wouldn't have thought that, actually.
Really? Who you think?
I don't know. You look like a RM sugar type of girl.
Bias. RM's my bias. I'm bias
okay.
record.
But you love Jin.
But Jin is my.
I see.
Like, if he came to this room right now and said, "Let's go," I'm gone.
You gone.
My
you
bags are packed. I am going.
Fair.
BTS is also on a hiatus right now, though, because in Korea you have, if you're a man, you gotta do military service. So like half of them are in the military right now. And it makes me upset. It does. But they really just recently got big in America because they released Dynamite, which blew up, and then Butter, which blew up even more, and then the Butter, like 18 remixes of Butter. So just now they're starting to blow up. And the one thing that hurts my heart, that when I die I will not be able to rest peacefully, is back in 2020, beginning of 2020, they were going on tour for their album 7, and I had tickets. I had them.
Quarantine, you got to see me.
The pandemic.
Corona, actually, I just thought about that because that ruined something for me.
It ruined so many. I was just thinking about that today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
And I will never be able to see them because they're, one, the band's probably done. 2, I will never be able to afford BTS tickets at this point. Never. This was the only time I would have been able to see them.
You want to come see me? I just thought about that, actually. Even though I got to see the boy group I wanted to see before then, I was going to see them more than that one time. Mm-hmm. COVID, we're gonna spin that block.
I was actually devastated when I got the refund.
When I got that email cancellation, I literally sat there and I was like, I literally stopped. I paused for like 10 minutes and was just like, you got.
Like, this is a joke. This is a joke.
To be joking.
Be joking me.
Yeah, it'd be kidding me, yeah.
I had, like, meet and greet tickets to meet, like, some YouTubers I watched. I had the whole, like...
COVID.
Taylor Swift was supposed to do something. It wasn't Loverfest. It was, like, something else. And I was going to go.
Oh, why did you just bring that up?
Yeah, I had plans to graduate high school.
That was, like, on my tier list, that was, like,
literally, it went, like, BTS concert... Graduation prom.
No, like literally, graduation was gonna happen regardless. I didn't care how it happened, so I wasn't going to the graduation anyway. I wanted to go to my concerts that got canceled, and now I'm feeling a little bit.
So sorry to the class of 2020.
Y'all be all right.
We'll be fine.
Class of 2019.
I'm saying that like I'm not.
Right, you are class of 20.
Yeah, y'all be all right. Get up.
We'll
Anyways,
I think my graduation. Sorry, this is a tangent, but I think the graduation was like better than it normally.
No, honestly, if it had been in person, it'd been real good.
Mine was in person. It was drive-through.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's not what I meant by in
that literally
person.
sounds like something that was made up. Like 2020,
Here's your what's it called?
Your diploma, literally. Like, I was sitting through the roof of like a minivan, and my principal was just like, "Here you go, here you go."
Congrats.
Yep, literally.
Anyways, free us.
But I said big time. About to say Big Time Rush again.
That was kicking your butt.
BTS is great. I love them. Just don't let the language barrier be a thing.
Honestly,
for you. Like,
honestly,
listen
really
to the
good
jams.
songs.
They have really good songs.
Yeah.
And very good music videos. So if you don't know BTS, go check them out. Go check them out and tell me who your favorite is.
Noise.
That's all I gotta say.
He's so funny.
I'm like, literally, I was in the trenches 2018, 2019, in the trenches.
Those were some good years.
I don't know about that.
I
But
don't know, yeah.
2019?
2018 and
was great.
2019 is when, like, I don't know, life started to hit, and that's why I'm like, nah.
I guess for pop culture, it was a good year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, 2019, like, something else was in the air. Maybe it was because it was our last year of
Who's our?
Yours. That's what I'm saying. I think that's why it was good for you. 2019 was like junior year.
And that was our last year of normalcy.
Oh.
That was everybody.
Oh, you talking about before COVID.
But beginning, like, first couple months of 2020, I was living it up. I was having the time
for
of
real?
my life.
It didn't happen till like March. Like, I was running a high that couldn't be stopped. And then I got them emails, them text messages, the notifications, and I literally was just like, you have got to be joking.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to cry so bad because, like, all the stuff I wanted to do couldn't happen
Done.
anymore. When I tell you that email confirmation came through Ticketmaster, I spent, like, maybe $200 on them tickets. Literally got that email, that refund hit, and I literally was just sitting there, like, I just sat there and I thunk. Thunk was the word. Not even think, I thunk. Because I was sitting there, I was like, you've got to be joking. I was so broken. I was so brokenhearted.
But do you want to talk about your baby boys?
Now I'm like, don't call them that.
Your baby boy.
Your baby boys.
Come on. So picture this. Oh my goodness. Before I got into the way I found NCT is very funny because they weren't the group that I was in love with. I was in love with another group. And then NCT came on the show that they were on. And I was like, who is this? Who are these people? And after that, I literally was a fan of NCT before they were NCT. That's how bad it was. Like, I knew them when they were training to become an NCT to now. Like, I've been with them since 2014, and they debuted in 2016. Like, them was my boys.
OG fan.
Down. Them was my boys. I was like 1 out of 10 fans. Honestly, like, them are my boys. So, and I was supposed to go see them during COVID 2020. So, that's why I was so brokenhearted.
She just saw them on Sunday,
I saw
correct?
NCT 127 and Dream. Oh my God, aren't y'all jealous? Like, I literally, like, did I spend too much money? Yeah, that's fair. But rep my boys, rep my set, always. I'm an NCT girl down. Truly, they're my boys. They ones, truly. I'm down for the cause. Mm-hmm. Now that's my
they walked in the room.
Yeah.
And said, let's go.
Any of them could walk in the room and say, let's go. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
Kidnapped by NCT.
Oh!
Ooh, those fanfictions are rough.
My mom sold me to One
those
Direction.
kidnapped sold, like, ooh.
Y'all need help.
Y'all need help. Psychological help. Hadassah, I've been meaning to ask you this, babe, but we got to unpack this. What kind of fan fiction were you writing? Give us the trope.
You've been on it with the soundboard today.
It's okay. Listen, we can.
Okay.
This is an intervention.
It's a safe space.
It's a
the
safe
one that I
space.
finished, that one had like hundreds of thousands of reads.
What was it? I think I know. Just say it. Just say it.
It's a safe space.
It's not.
It's not a safe space.
Just say it.
It was a...
Test it to the group chat. Test it to the group chat. If you don't feel comfortable saying it, we're just going to see the notification. We're not going to say what it was. We're not going to say it because we want Hadassah to feel safe and comfortable in this space.
But also say it so I can make a reel.
Don't make a reel out of this. You know it's going to embarrass her.
I'm going to text it first to see y'all's reaction, and then I'll say
okay,
it. Okay,
Okay, that works.
We're leaving the viewers, the listeners on your toes, or you can just skip a few seconds. Just give us a second. Hold on.
Put the music on, come on. Hey. Will we get copyrighted for this?
I don't know.
It don't sound like the original version.
Nobody's peeping for us.
I don't know, because you know, they got that thing where you upload it, it tests it first.
Yeah.
She is typing for a minute. This is it's going to be catastrophic. Oh my God.
Okay, there you go.
Don't say it. Okay,
Did we do an episode that was the same thing?
What are you talking about? Oh, no. We did. We played an episode that literally. Okay.
Are you comfortable with us saying it?
No, please don't say it.
Are you comfortable?
No, Hadassah,
I
say
really
no.
want to.
Hadassah, say no.
Are you comfortable?
No, I'm cutting it out regardless.
Let me know. Let me know.
Okay, bro, let's
Go
wrap it
ahead,
up.
just go ahead.
No.
It was a Harry Styles fan fiction where he was in a mental hospital and the love interest was the psychologist at the hospital who helped him.
I'm cutting that out. I'm bleeping all of that out, Hadassah. I'm not letting them do this to you.
Hundreds of thousands of reads.
People were reading it.
It doesn't matter. This is Hadassah. People are gonna know Hadassah for this. Like, no, we're not. I'm bleeping that out regardless of what we just said.
So, did you make Harry Styles the Joker?
Yeah, that's what it sounds
And
like.
you were his Harley Quinn? Was it Reader? Was it a Reader fan fiction? Or was there like an actual girl
No, there was
that
a
you made up?
character. And also she was white.
Oh.
We're not gonna unpack that. We're not gonna unpack that. We're not gonna unpack that right now. It's not the time.
Come on, stupid.
That's a whole nother episode.
It's another episode.
Come on, stupid.
We're not gonna unpack that.
selections too, but that was the main one.
Oh, we're not.
You know what?
I'm bleeping it out. I'm bleeping it out.
Could have been. I
think the plot twist was that she also died at the end.
I mean, that's all fan fiction. They always
and I
somebody.
think that somebody murdered somebody. I think
we literally played an episode of this, like where he escaped from a mental ward.
No,
like
we did episode.
Yeah,
Dassa, I'm so sorry that I asked you this.
I was 12.
Right, we all do things. You were 12.
Yeah, was that a justification?
Whoa,
or...
that's worse.
It made it worse.
If you were older, I'd be like, you know what? She's using her creative.
Come on, what time are we at, bro? Let's wrap it up. I'm so sorry.
We're in a concerning amount of time at this point.
I feel like we need to go.
Do
we have any more boy bands we want to talk about?
I'm gonna make my honorable mention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who watches Bob's Burgers?
I love Bob's Burgers.
All right.
It's all about you.
Boys for Now. That is that is the only boy band that matters.
No,
Yeah. That's it.
No idea what
What's the blonde one that she's obsessed with?
You got the really
was it
Boo
Boo Boo?
Boo Boo.
Yeah.
Stewart.
You got the
She
you
loves
got the
Boo
really
Boo.
fake ones. What was it called? On Raven Simone.
What's the boy band from?
That's a Raven.
Turning
Boys,
Red.
we
too.
are the boys in motion.
Four
Town.
You never met nobody
like you.
What's that other song they got? Where it's like I did it on my own. That's my song. I actually got that in my playlist. That's like a song.
It's good because they have Phineas writing them songs.
Yeah.
He's eating down.
Sorry.
Anyways, any more honorable mentions? Anybody?
Yeah. I don't know. All the boy bands we didn't say.
Yeah. This is really niche, but did anyone watch the boy band TV show?
It was called the Boy Band TV
It was called
show.
Boy Band,
I
and
did.
they were making
that boy
a
had
boy
a child. Yep.
They were making a boy band, and you were in different boy bands, and the one that won was like the one that was like supposed to go.
I remember.
But it didn't really go well.
Cool.
But there's some of them are still together, I think. But
yeah, I remember. The North remembers.
Yeah, I feel like we definitely should eventually one day have an episode about girl groups.
Oh, for sure. Little Mix,
Fifth Harmony.
Whoa, the drop in tone. Maybe we shouldn't have a girl group episode.
Anyways, thank you guys for listening to me be a little delusional. Okay,
we cut all that out, y'all. Y'all won't know what she's talking about because I'm bleeping all of that out.
Being a preteen girl was a time.
I wish you hadn't have told
I'm
us.
so thankful that thankful and scared and for my turnout, but that I got to experience being 12, 13 in the 2010s, 2010s, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because we got all of these fun boy bands and these fun memories and this craziness and Wattpad and Tumblr. So yeah, it was a good time. It was fun. It was crazy.
You'll get your
Directioner for life. And also, I just love boy bands. But also, it feels kind of weird now that I'm like, that we're like older. Like, being a fan of boy bands feels kind of.
I don't know. I feel like I'm
still into it. It's just
I'm
fun.
still into it, but I think the whole
the
tracking them down,
people,
them being your whole entire life is where
that's where it's like I'm a grown ass woman. I have a job.
Yeah,
like
we're
now it's more of like.
Just let me listen. Let me bop.
Yeah.
Let me look at the funny
it's like
moments.
A fun time.
Yeah. We're just vibing. We're not
whenever I'm sad, I like go back and watch This Is Us, and I listen to that's the One Direction documentary.
Oh, I thought you meant the show. I was like, what's that got to do with anything?
This Is Us, the One Direction documentary, and throw on a little Jonas Brothers, a little
Red Dress,
BTR,
put on my
theme
jams.
song.
On my NCT playlist and we're good. That's all I need.
Throw on my One Direction tour
Spring Day
t-shirt.
by BTS, their best song. I don't give up.
Sorry.
Close.
Wasn't I? I was so close in this concert. Like I could see them, and that's when when the delusion. That's when the true delusion set in. Like I finally got it. Like sitting like close.
Thanks for listening,
guys.
I guess cut us off like with the Oscars.
And guess what? Next episode, Kamal will not be here because he will be 6 feet under.
We're gonna go kill
I'm
Kamal
going
real
to
quick.
burn his body.
Bye, guys.
Replay it. Replay the song.
Replay it because we got to lead out.
They can't get rid of me.
Fuck you.